What is up? Doodles FX bringing you a graphics tutorial on how to make this metal text effect. As you can see, I have about 3 different ones right now because I've tried to do this tutorial 3 different times and I don't know what the hell is going on, what I'm screwing up with. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Turn this back and do text from earlier. Basically what this tutorial is going to be doing is you'll be able to take this metal text and you can edit it with whatever fonts you want. You can write out what you want if you want to write like bonds or I don't know, whatever you want to write. If you want to write like penal, well, you can write that then. It's actually a really cool looking font, I just noticed. Alright, so let's just start this tutorial back up if I could spell metal right. So you go to a new document after you hit enter. Let's go to new document. Width 1280, height 720. It's just the size of my desktop. It doesn't matter for this tutorial. I've got all my colors picked out and everything. You want to make the background black, and create a new layer, and you're going to want to make that a light gray. Somewhere in here, probably good enough. Then you're going to filter in some noise, add noise, about 150%. And then you're going to want to blur that with a motion blur. I keep that around 200 pixel distance and -10, and whatever angle you decide to use, remember what that angle is for in a few minutes. And then you're just going to want to crop this down, cut off all the junk on the end, hit enter, and well, there we go. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Not having the best luck with computers today. So what you're going to want to do is you take the metal layer and you are going to create a clipping mask over your text. Whatever you write out doesn't really matter to me. Care less. Then you're going to go to blending options on your text effect and go to bevel and emboss. Inner bevel, you want to move to a chisel hard and bring this up to about 500%. I do 503. That's what I like. Size about 7 pixels. Then you're going to want to bring gloss contour to a ring. And anti-alias, it just smooths everything out. Excuse me. For when you're doing a smaller text, I use about a 300 pixel size text. I'll show you how to do it in a minute. Basically, my suggestion is just do one about 300 pixels. And then I will show you in a minute how to make everything proportioned correctly when you make the font a lot smaller. Now we'll get back to this. You go to your gradient overlay. Because I use the -10, I'm going to take that -10, subtract that from 90, make that 80. You can leave it at 90, it doesn't really matter. It's just, this is what I prefer. And then go to an overlay and about 70%. Now, this is another thing you can prefer. You can make this any color you want. Like, you can make it a red. I try to make it a lighter gray. I like the look of it better. Alright. So now, once you got this, you click on layer 1. You hold alternate on a PC, or I want to say it's option on a Mac, and you click new layer, and this box comes up. New layer box. Use the previous layer, and you go to mode, and for here you're going to use overlay. Now you're going to filter in some mad clouds. If you don't like the look, you can just, refilter them. Render not difference clouds. Try this again. Now I'm clicking wrong spots, clouds. That looks a little bit better. I mean, you can move them around and everything if you want, but That's how I'll leave it. And then you're going to go to your filter. You're going to go to blur, Gaussian blur, about 10 pixels. And once again, hold alternate and you click. That's not what I want. And you go to multiply. Now this time you're going to filter in some more noise. Speaking of noise, I can hear a clock going off upstairs. Do the same as earlier, it doesn't really matter. And you go back to filter, you go back to noise, and you hit median. This kind of adds the scratches. Less pixels, the more scratches. I stick with about a 9. There's your metal text effect, basically. If you like a different look, you can always just keep re-rendering these clouds, like filter. You can just, I like that a lot better, actually. I'll just stick with that one. But this brings you down to now, as long as you keep everything together. If you want, make a little folder, be like metal. And then you take everything, you put it inside the folder, and it keeps it nice and organized, so you don't have to merge everything together. I quite often will also link the layers, just so I know which layers go with what. It's just for organization. When you get 200-300 layers on something, you really need organization. So now you can just take this metal text, you can change up to whatever you want. If you want to use a different font, or whatever font you want to use. That's actually pretty cool looking too. Write out anything, like something like that, to subscribe. Well, basically that's all you need to know. And now for the proportion thing that I said earlier, basically you're just going to merge all the layers and you change it up from there, because it keeps everything perfectly proportioned to what it was. Alright, so thank you for watching my tutorial on how to create a metal effect. I've done it 4 times, so it seems pretty good. I seem to know what I'm doing. If you have any questions, please comment below. Like this video because, you know, you want to. I guess you could also subscribe. I think I might have shown you that earlier in the video. Other than that, I guess, thank you for watching. I suck at doing outros to videos. And look forward to more tutorials, speed arts, progressions. I do backgrounds, intros. I'm transferring computers right now, so I am having a little trouble with some of my After Effects and Cinema 4D things. But other than that, just remember, come to me for all your graphics needs. And ask any questions. You want to see tutorials, I will get you a tutorial. Alright, thank you, and have a beautiful, nice day. Awesome, cool, sweet.